Adi sir, can we start the session with your permission?
Yes, of course, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. The culminating of administration is to know well how much power, great or small, we ought to use in all circumstances. Quoting Baron de Montesquieu, a French judge, historian, and a political philosopher. A delightful evening, respected dignitaries, valued guests, most respected chairs on the virtual dais, intellectuals, faculties, professors, participants, and attendees from all over the globe. Greetings to one and all. We have all gathered here today to mark the pinnacle of the 13th International Seminar on Role of Judiciary in Controlling Maladministration, a comparative study put forward by Kerala Academy Law College in association with Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research, CULSA, the research wing of Kerala Law Academy, which is conducive to ignite nascent thoughts and ideals, along with IQAC KLA. Myself, Manupriya Chalan, the student moderator for this session, and I take the privilege to welcome each and everyone present virtually. To welcome means to establish integrity. It's a moment of great privilege and honor for me to extend a hearty welcome to everyone present on this virtual dais. The Kerala Law Academy, established in the year 1966, is a center for legal studies, legal research, and pioneering law reforms. Academy is the first and was for many years the only private law institution in the state. Kerala Law Academy has never failed to prove its eminence and merit in the field of legal education. And to keep up with this legacy, we have successfully organized the 13th International Seminar. Before we kickstart this session, I take this opportunity to remember late Dr.N.Narayanan, sir, former director, Kerala Law Academy, the torchbearer of an institution. Thank you, everyone. Maladministration refers to the actions of a government body which can be seen as causing an injustice. History has shown us many instances of corruption, abuse of power, and nepotism in public administration. The system of modern administration is no exception to these problems. Complaints of maladministration, corruption, inefficiency, delay, bias in public administration have now started increasing. Any developing system of administration gives importance to the existence of a mechanism for handling the results of administrative faults. This seminar will attempt to explore the different aspects of administrative law and the control of judiciary. The purpose of this seminar is to serve as a medium that enlightens the outcome, unsolved questions, and further explore new directions in the field of administrative law. Leaders instill in their people a hope for success and a belief in themselves. Positive leaders empower people to accomplish their goals. This saying is true in all senses for us. Here, we have Professor Harindran K. Sir, Principal, Kerala Academy Law College, to officially welcome our guests into this valedictory session. So please.
I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. Good evening to one and all. At the outset, I am paying the most respect and honor to our beloved founder director, our leading and guiding lamb, Dr.N.Narayanan, sir. Respected Dr. Adish Chandra Agarwala, respected my friends, Dr. Girish Kumar J, respected Advocate Nagaraj Narayanan sir, respected Professor K. Anil Kumar sir, dear Advocates Binu PM, and all other distinguished invitees, resource persons, participants, faculty members, students, parents, non-teaching, administrative and technical staff, and also all the well-wishers of this college. As you know, we have virtually joined here to take part in the valedictory session of the 13th International Seminar on role of judiciary in controlling maladministration, hosted by Kerala Law Academy Law College in association with the Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research, and also Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC. As we know, maladministration is a global phenomenon or a universal problem, and it is omnipotent and as well as omnipresent to some extent in almost all countries in the world. Today, maladministration is a frequently discussed subject in the world. This international seminar attempted to review, research, and take a fresh look upon the work and role of the court of law in controlling maladministration. Today, in this valedictory session, we are indeed blessed with the august presence of Dr. Adish Chandra Agarwala. He is a jurist and the president of International Council of Jurists London. Sir is also the chairman of the All India Bar Association, chairman of Indian Legal Information Institute, secretary of All India Senior Advocates Association, convener of Indian Council of Jurists, and ex-vice chairman of the Bar Council of India. He also served as a senior additional advocate general, Government of Haryana, and additional advocate general of Government of Punjab, Government of Tamil Nadu, Government of Uttar Pradesh, etc. He also served as a senior central government counsel in the Supreme Court of India and Delhi High Court. Here, he will deliver the valedictory address. Sir, we are eagerly waiting for your valuable words. On behalf of Kerala Law Academy Law College and Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research and IQAC, I extend a profound and profuse welcome to you, sir. Dr. Girish Kumar J, my close friend. He is currently serving as an assistant professor and the head of the Department of Law at the Central University of Kerala. He is a graduate in both economic and law and a postgraduate in constitutional and administrative law. Sir is a visiting professor at the Kerala University, Kannur University, the Sri Shankara Sanskrit University, Kaladi, and the Rajiv Gandhi National Law University, Patiala, and many other institutions of higher learning across the country. Moreover, he is an eminent and energetic academician and an efficient administrator with authoritative knowledge in the field of law. He will deliver the special address here. On behalf of Kerala Law Academy Law College and the Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research and IQAC, we warmly and cordially welcome you, sir, to this function.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Advocate Dr.N.Narayanan, sir, Director, Kerala Law Academy Law College, Special Government Pleader, Forest High Court of Kerala, Member Bar Council of Kerala. He is a very dynamic, spirited, energetic, and a man of positive attitude and new ideas. It is indeed my pleasure to invite and warmly welcome Advocate Dr.N.Narayanan, sir, to this function. Professor K. Kumar, sir, the Director, Administration, Faculty and Student Affairs, Kerala Law Academy Law College. He is a constant source of support, inspiration, and motivation. He is very active, efficient, and enthusiastic. I sincerely and cordially welcome Professor K. Anilkumar sir to this function. Advocate Binu PM, Assistant Professor, Kerala Law Academy, Law College. He will be rendering a vote of thanks address to this function. Sir, I extend a hearty welcome to you in this function. I also take this opportunity to welcome the faculty conveners, especially Professor Anil Kumar Ji, my friend, Professor Ajidana Nair L, Dr. Dakshina Saraswati, Srimati Radhika RP, Advocate Arya Sunil Paul, and Srimati Shalini AP, and also the student conveners, Ashwin Rajiv, Anakha S, Lakshmi VS, Anshida Unnitha, GS Gogul, Adira S. Kumar, Reshma Sukumaran, Philip Jacob Kayer, and Naomi RS, and also the student moderator, Alfia and Manipriya Chelan. And last but not least, I would like to welcome all other distinguished invitees, resource persons, participants coming from various institutions in this country, and faculty members, students, parents, non-teaching administrative and technical staff, and also all the well-wishers of this college. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for your warm welcome. I also
Thank
take
you.
this opportunity to graciously welcome you two into this session, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, we have the esteemed presence of Dr. Adisi Agarwala, sir, Senior Advocate, President, International Council of Jurists, London, Chairman, All India Bar Association, and ex-Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India, along with us. Sir is a gold medalist who holds PhD in law and is a designated senior advocate. Dr. Adis, sir, is a high-profile lawyer, writer, and social activist. He had the rare distinction of serving as Senior Additional Advocate General of Governments of Haryana and Additional Advocate General of Governments of States of Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Punjab, and Special Counsel and Senior Central Government Counsel in the Supreme Court of India. He has been the Executive Council member and General Council member of National Law School of India University, Bangalore, and Governing Council member of National Law University, Delhi, as well as Academic Council member of Chanakya National Law University, Patna. He was also the Vice President of Supreme Court Bar Association and the Chairman and Vice Chairman of Bar Council of Delhi. Dr. Agarwala, sir, has widely traveled in India and abroad. He has represented India in many international conferences and seminars. He has participated in more than 5,000 functions in different parts of the world as special guest of honor. Special write-ups on him have appeared in international dailies, TVs, and radios. I am deeply privileged to invite Dr. Adisi Agarwala, sir, for the valedictory address. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm delighted to be chief guest at the valedictory session of 13th International Seminar on Role of Judiciary in Controlling Maladministration, a Comparative Study, organized by Kerala Law Academy Law College, Trivandrum, in association with Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research. I am fully aware that this college is doing well in making good judges, law teachers, lawyers, not only for India, but for foreign countries also. I take this opportunity to salute visionary late Dr.N.Narayanan Nair, founder of Kerala Law Academy. I congratulate my friend advocate Nagaraj Narayanan, who is director of this academy, and Professor Anil Kumar Professor Harendra K, principal of this academy. I am fully delighted. I am further delighted to know that many judges, law teachers, lawyers, and students from foreign countries also spoke in this international seminar. Being the president of International Council of Jurists and chairman of All India Bar Association, I can safely say that the judiciary has controlled the maladministration not only in India but even in developed foreign countries. In India, I have been representing the government of India and 4 states as additional advocate general. I know we have to face the fire of the judges when we commit any wrong. We means the government, state government or the central government. There are so many instances when government wanted to do something which court found that it is not permissible, and court ultimately quashed the orders of the executive, even the act passed by parliament or the state assemblies. If there is no independent judiciary, we cannot have successful democracy, because it is necessary to control the executive, and therefore bold judges are required to deal with important cases. And that's why, at least in India, the Chief Justice of India in Supreme Court normally, and the Chief Justice of High Court normally in the High Court deals with PIL and other important matters, as sometimes courts see that the decision of the government was not valid. Why we take senior judges? Because if we take junior judges who may be a government counsel when they were appointed judge, and after 1 month, if they are supposed to deal with the cases where the petitioner want that certain orders or orders should be quashed of the government, so that judge will be not in a position to pass order, because have he used to represent the government. He was seeking favor in becoming the government advocate. So this is the normal practice in India. But I'm sorry to say that in Eastern Europe, the situation is not good. The judiciary is not free in Eastern Europe. The Chief Justice of that country can be removed without even passing any resolution at the floor of the House. In our country, we have strong judiciary because it is very difficult to remove the judges if when they are working in Supreme Court or High Court. Impeachment, we are not actually not able to impeach anyone due to very strict norms. This is required, as only then there can be a strong judiciary, and only then court will be in a position to pass certain orders when they feel that the decision of the administration, decision of the government is not valid. It is against the spirit of the Constitution of India. So, or it is against the fundamental rights of the citizens. So, I am very much thankful to the organizers of this international seminar. I was in your Kerala about 1 month back in Kottayam, where I also spoke in one law college of Kottayam. I salute the people of Kerala because they are, when I was talking in that function, I was told that Kerala is not being recognized. I told them Kerala had the president, Kerala had the chief justice, Justice Balakrishnan. Kerala is having the attorney general at this time, and he is a very, very seasoned lawyer. Not only the he, attorney general, his name itself is known throughout the world. So, with these remarks, I congratulate all the participants who have presented their paper in this conference and also who were able to be online to hear the entire proceeding of this international conference. Thank you very much. I'm so much obliged for inviting me to speak in this valedictory session of international seminar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for providing us the opportunity to imbibe your words of wisdom and enlightening us with the very same. Next, we have the presence of Dr. Girish Kumar J. Sir, Assistant Professor, Central University of Kerala. Sir has done extensive research in the field of disability law and human rights and has acquired PhD from University of Kerala in the year 2012. He has served as an assistant professor in Faculty of Law, University of Delhi for a period of 10 years from 2005 to 2015. Dr. Girish Kumar Sir is currently serving as assistant professor and head of Department of Law, Central University of Kerala. He is a graduate in Board Economics and Law and a postgraduate in Constitutional and Administrative Law. Sir has presented research papers in several national and international conferences, including the Annual International Conference on Law. Dr. Girish Kumar Sir has a considerable number of publications to his credit in many national as well as international journals. I am extremely delighted to invite Dr. Girish Kumar J. Sir for the special address. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you for the nice words about me. Extremely delighted to be part of this program. Kerala Law Academy is really a pioneer in the field of legal education, not only in the state, but in the country too. In many respects, especially we have been throughout our legal studies and teaching career, wherever a national or internationally reputed moot court competition or international event is happening, the name of Law Academy will be heard in one or the other announcement. That much is the presence made felt by the Kerala Law Academy. Many of my friends are teachers there over there. I have many students who passed out in graduation there, doing post graduation and PhD in my institution. Very much happy to be part of Kerala Law Academy's international seminar on maladministration and the role of judiciary in curbing it. And the enlightening words delivered by our beloved valedictory speaker, Sri Adish Sir, has been of worth repute. That the Indian judiciary has been preventing maladministration to the greatest extent to its capacity. We almost agree with him. However, there are points of disagreement also, that in spite of all the efforts taken by the judicial wing of the state to prevent maladministration and corruption, the corruption and maladministration and the resultant violation of basic rights of the people and injustice, all these get aggravated in this country. owing to manifold reasons. So my attempt is to throw some light into the manifestations of maladministration, corruption, and the role of civil society, to highlight the role of civil society along with the media houses in checking, preventing, and curbing maladministration. I have shared a PowerPoint presentation to Dakshina ma'am. Hope the organizers will be presenting it, sharing it online in this forum. Please, next one. Also, we must have seen many presentations. Maladministration could arise from failure to carry out a duty imposed by law, or from an action which went beyond the powers conferred by law, or use of a power conferred by law for a purpose for which it is not intended. One can say doing something illegal or not doing something legal, or doing some action which is legal in an illegal manner. These three manifestations are so common about maladministration. It could arise from an action which did not follow a procedure laid down by law. Sometimes there are legal actions taken by authorities illegally. And as far as possible, arbitrary or unreasonable decision making in application of legal exercise of power. That also results in maladministration. Arbitrary and unreasonable. When we teach our students about the topic of discretionary power in administrative law lessons, when we teach our students on discretionary power, we always use these terms, arbitrariness and unreasonableness. Where to draw the line between reasonableness and unreasonableness is a very important question. And where is the limit of arbitrariness is also a very important question. So doing something just, fair, and reasonably to everyone. Something which is reasonable to one may be unreasonable to others. So it should be maximum fair and maximum reasonable to the maximum number of people. That way only we can check the occurrence of maladministration. We can move to the next slide. Regarding corruption, much had been talked about corruption. Please move to the next slide. Corruption is nothing but the wrongdoing on the part of an authority, or for the exercising of power or non-exercise of power, something is accepted in return is corruption. It can be money or a favor or some facility offered, everything. These two, maladministration and corruption, having not big differences, but one thing is complementary to the other. A corrupt system results in maladministration. A badly administered system will be prone to corruption. This is actually complementary. We can see the manifestations or the features of maladministration briefly. Please move forward the slide. One thing is delay in administration. Another is incorrect action or failure to take any action. Then failure to follow procedures of the law. We have already told legal actions are done in illegal manner. Then failure to provide information. With the coming into force of the Information Act, Right to Information Act, we have seen the change in the country. Inadequate record keeping, failure to investigate, failure to spot the error and correct, failure to reply, keep people informed, failure to be responsive on the part of the system, then misleading or inaccurate statements, failure to abide by enabling laws, and improper action. These are quite a few examples only. Many manifestations are there for maladministration. If the administrator or the officer in charge or the person or the authority is not having the conscience of justice and what to say, the reasonableness, every action which could be taken by the person could fall into the form of maladministration. We can move a bit more. Corruption's consequences, please. Hampers economic growth and development, no doubt, jeopardizes poverty reduction, then increase cost of services, especially for the poor, weakens democracy, contributes to conflict, reduces effectiveness of aid. Many, there are few only, but we can spot many consequences of corruption. Whatever is the attempt of the system to be just, fair, and reasonable to the society, if the system, if the administrators, or if the people working the system are prone to be corrupt, the objective or the aim or the goal of the system miserably fails. So it is up to the workers or the people who are working the system the duty to take care of the system's objectives and ensure that the objectives of the system, the actions of the system, the policies are implemented in a due, just, and fair manner. Please move forward. We come to some dismal pictures, some statistics about India's stand in the corruption index. It is almost 10 years change we can see. Number 100 is very clean and number 0 is highly corrupt. We can see the positions of countries. India moves in between 36 to 40. That is the ranking. That is the score of the country in the corruption index. In the 10 years time, it has been moving in between these two figures only. And there are many countries in the list, but we can see when it comes to India, it is just behind China. All other countries are in a kind of lower standing. And the importance of India as a country also is very much notable in this regard, because it is the largest democracy of the world. It is the plural or multicultural society supposed to represent the interest of many sections of the society, in not only in lawmaking, but in policy making, implementation, and in the justice delivery mechanism. So it is a very much tough task in a country like India to balance the interest of every section of the society and to produce the result of any policy or law by according maximum justice to the needy people. Please move forward. The dismal picture is that injustice, failure to give reason by an authority, delay, unreasonable action, failure to give people inform, let people inform, all happens as factors which are bringing back the country from development and growth based on justice and equity. In India, we can see the legal instruments like the Prevention of Corruption Act and Indian Penal Code. Both laws are working for preventing corruption, but still there is no proper mechanism or law for preventing maladministration in the Indian society. Maladministration cannot be checked as easily like we bring corruption under the Prevention of Corruption Act. Maladministration may seemingly be shown like proper administration. There are people who are engaging in maladministration, who are very much able to beautifully manipulate. A wrong action may seem to be or pretending to be a right action, but the end result will be injustice. So to check maladministration, there should be strong legal mechanism in place. Please move, my dear. We can see some welcome steps regarding the establishment of ombudsman system. We have Lokpal and Lokayukta. The ombudsman has been traced to the Swedish origin. The seminar might have seen discussions and paper presentations on the concept of ombudsman, the different aspects of the institution, the functions, powers, and the importance of ombudsman, the institution of ombudsman in checking for corruption and maladministration. In its special sense, it means a commissioner who has the duty of investigating and reporting to Parliament. That usage is very much important. One can say it has the power to report the instances of corruption and maladministration to the Parliament. Nothing more. The power of the authority is stopped there. And the state, we always know, not only in a totalitarian or aristocratic or monarchic style of state, even in democratic states, the state will always try to impose restrictions on authorities which are checking or monitoring or keeping a watch on the state. That happens with the judiciary. That happens with any other agency, like the Central Vigilance Commission or the Ombudsman, Lokayukta, whatever it is. The institutions, when moves against the state or big people in power, had to face some unwelcome consequences. Please move. Now the institutional checks, the government of India took initiative by establishing CBC. It was actually the Supreme Court's intervention. The importance of judiciary in checking maladministration is very much relevant in that context. In Center for Public Interest Litigation and another versus Union of India, the court has pointed out, the Supreme Court has pointed out the necessity of establishing the agency. And in 1964, we can see by the recommendation of the Santanam Committee, this Central Vigilance Commission has been established. It works as an integral institution which was set up by the government of India to check corruption and maladministration. Even in that, we have to go to examine the limits and scope of powers of the authority. Whether it is having a freedom. Compared to judiciary, we can see no other agency established by the state to prevent corruption and maladministration is that powerful. And something about the way forward, we can see the role of the media. No doubt, we have to always cherish the role of media. It is like a watchdog of democracy. Whatever is happening with the present media is another thing. We have to be very much mindful of the fact that media is a watchdog of democracy. It is to expose the corruption in policy, failures in judiciary, judicial process, exposing facts about corruption and maladministration and scandals in corporate sector, etc. However, the media, when touches the state's action, quite often are restricted by some means like strictures, censures, or even reprimanding modes of rules and decisions. Media freedom and more liberal media landscapes strengthen democracy. Human development and good governance and free media can be considered as the basic necessities for checks and balances. But what actually happens is the state increasingly attempt to restrict media freedom through different means. We all witness, like the freedom of speech and expression when it comes to media freedom is restricted by the state whenever the state feels that the media is crossing the limit. And quite often, legal provisions like the sedition, law of sedition, or many other similar legislative provisions are used to stop even media from entering into the area where the state is unlikely to entertain media activism. And quite often we can see the media themselves also fall into the pit of corrupt practices. Media engages in unethical media activism, reporting something unreal, fixing stories, and favoring the wrongdoers in the society. That also is happening. So it must be underlined that a free and fair media, just like a free and fair judiciary, must be the prerequisite for ensuring democratic justice and preventing corruption and maladministration in this country. We can conclude. Please move to the next slide. There is a need for an effective and novel mechanism in line with the ombudsman at the central and regional levels for preventing maladministration. No doubt, we have seen the requirement much before, and deliberations are happening. But quite often, when the political parties, when they want to come to power, they give offers to the people that we will establish that agency, this agency. However, slowly or frequently, quite often, they just withdraw from their promise because any agency which is capable of effectively checking corruption and maladministration is supposed to act against people in power. It is the fate of anti-corruption agencies. The media, which is a good instrument to fight against corruption and maladministration, shall be strengthened, no doubt. Freedom of press and media must be given a specific status in our constitution through amending process. Still now, we call it, it is part of freedom of speech and expression, but there is no mention of express mention of media freedom or freedom of press in the constitution. There must be a mechanism to regulate the media action also. Too much of anything is dangerous. Too much of freedom to the media also will be counterproductive. It is to minimize the misuse of power and privileges conferred on the media. So presently we have the press council as an authority, but to comment people inside the press as well had remarked that press council is a rather teethless body. We have to install effective administrative authorities to check the media activism. And public accountability and transparency must be ensured at all levels of governance to strengthen the democratic process of the country. by curbing corruption and maladministration. This is not a magical thing to happen on a fine morning. Personally speaking, establishment of agencies and sanctioning powers and procedures may not always result in the achievement of the objectives. The most important aspect is effectiveness of working of any agency. And it is standing on the strong pillar of people's awareness. Unfortunately, in our society, democracy happens once in 5 years when election comes. And once the electoral process is over, we the people are having a tendency to forget whatever atrocious or anti-people policies had been taken by the last government in power. We forget by the next 5 years. And we bring them back to power. And it is a cyclical process that otherwise we can say this is a vicious circle of corruption and malpractice. We, the people of India, are inside this vicious circle. Unfortunately, the constitution of the country on one end is trying with the attempted dynamism of delivering justice and fairness. On one side, the constitution is struggling to keep its promise of an egalitarian society fulfilled. Thanking everyone for making me part of this event. Extremely happy to be part of an international event like this, in which many dignitaries from the international and national sphere have taken part. I'm very much honored to be part of this. Thanking our principal, Dr. Harindran sir, Director, Dr. Narayanan sir, and Madam Dakshina Saraswati, and all my friends and the dignitary in the valedictory address, Sri Advocate Adish sir, and all student representatives who had been part of this event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words of wisdom. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. Every celebration is an experience as the external fades away and the internal lingers and echoes in the most depths of our heart. We are reminded that events like this one are milestones on the journey of life and remind us of God's fidelity all through. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Advocate Binu PM Sir, Assistant Professor, Kerala Law Academy, to propose the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Yes, thank you. The best teachers are those who show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. A very warm good evening to one and all, respected dignitaries, faculty members, volunteers, students, and participants. It is my privilege to enshrine with the duty of extending gratitude to all those who made this event reach its epitome success in the ends of the ecstatic event, started with the presence of esteemed personalities. This 13th international seminar conducted by the Kerala Law Academy Law College, Trivandrum, in association with the Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research, International Quality Assurance Cell, Kerala Law Academy, attempted to explore the different aspects of maladministration and the control of judiciary. The purpose of this seminar is to serve as a medium that enlightens the outcome and unsolved questions and further explore new directions in the field of law. With immense respect, I would like to extend my vote of thanks to Dr. Adishi Agawala sir Senior Advocate, President, International Council of Jurists, London, Chairman, All India Bar Association, and ex-Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India, who spared time from his busy schedule to grace this occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future events. Next, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude to Dr. Girish Kumar J, Assistant Professor, Central University of Kerala. He is an eminent personality and a wonderful teacher with years of experience in teaching and guiding research scholars. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path. Thank you, sir. I am very grateful to Advocate Narayanan, sir, Director, Kerala Law Academy, member of Bar Council of Kerala, Special Government Pleader, Forest, High Court of Kerala, Adjunct Professor Nuals Kochi, for giving us unfailing support and encouragement throughout the seminar. I thank Professor Harindran K, Principal, Kerala Law Academy, Law College, a man with a charismatic personality and energy, for being a helping hand throughout the event. I express my special thanks to Professor K. Anil Kumar sir, Director, Administration, Student and Faculty Affairs, Kerala Law Academy, for being a backbone for his support and guidance throughout the program. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and bird's eye for details. I am grateful to our faculty convener, Professor Anil Kumar Ji, sir, Professor Anita Nair L, Dr. Dakshina Saraswati, Assistant Professor, Srimati Radhika RP, Assistant Professor, Srimati Shalini AP, Assistant Professor, KLA, being the foundation and making this event a reality through more than months' effort. I must mention my deep sense of appreciation for our student conveners and to all the volunteers, moderators, for their tireless efforts for the conduct of this seminar. And finally, I express my regard to the participants of this seminar from different parts of the world for making this event a grand success. Your tireless participation and work has helped this event reach the epitome success. The event saw the presence of over 250 participants from across the globe, showcasing the rampant reach and influence that the event conducted the Kerala Law Academy Law College in the world view on new understandings and nuances of law. I conclude my words by extending a heartfelt gratitude to all you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for expressing your heartfelt gratitude for this valedictory session. With that, we have come to the end of this valedictory session of the 13th International Seminar on Role of Judiciary in Controlling Maladministration, a Comparative Study. I firmly believe that this seminar provided a premier interdisciplinary platform for researchers, practitioners, and educators to present and discuss the most recent innovations, trends, and concerns, as well as practical challenges encountered and solutions adopted in the fields of administrative law, and emerged successful in this vision. On behalf of our institution, I would like to thank all the dignitaries for joining us and enlightening us with their valuable words. Last but not least, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you for your kind cooperation and patience. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day ahead. This is Manupriya Challan signing off. Thank you. I request everyone to join the national anthem, please. Thank you, everyone, for joining this session.